Hi guys, it's almost 1 a.m. and I was just about to go to sleep. But I was just thinking about how life was for me at 20. So I just wanted to come on over here and make a very raw and unfiltered video about how life was for me at 20. Because I just wish someone had made this video when I was about to be 20 or whatever, right? So yeah, it's going to be pretty unfiltered, so I'm not gonna edit out a lot of it. So I'm sorry if I stumble a little bit here and there, and if there's some silent gap. So yeah. So at 20, life is well growing and honestly confusing. I don't know what happened. So going into my 20s, I always knew that it was going to be hard because people have a lot of trouble figuring out their 20s, right? So I had heard this narrative a lot and I was very well aware of it too. But it was still not what I expected it to be, and I don't think there is any particular way to prepare for it. So my point of making this video is not to prepare you guys for it. I just wanted to share something, right? So when I turned 20, I was still in my final year of college, right? So I kind of knew what I was doing, but I did not really know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. But yeah. So yeah, it was definitely very confusing, and it was very overwhelming because people around me had it all figured out, or at least it felt like it, right? Everyone knew what they wanted to do and why they wanted to do it, and they were preparing for something in the future. And when college was ending, I was just not prepared for it to end because even though I kind of knew what I was doing, I was not very sure, and I did not have any plans. But then it did end, as most things do, and I was confused, right? So I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I knew I liked marketing, I knew I liked social media, and I wanted to get into content. So I started looking for jobs. I got an internship for 2 months, right? A paid internship, and I was going to do social media over there, right? So I took it because I didn't know what else to do. I completed the internship, got a full-time offer, started the job, and left it within 4 months. Why I left that job is a very different topic altogether, so let's not get into that. But yeah, I left that job, and again, I still don't know what I'm doing. So I think the cost of being confused is it's very overwhelming. You will never know what you're doing, and you will constantly be stressed. So while I was stressed trying to find a job, I was also preparing for an exam, and I was always a very ambitious person. So I was dealing with all of that stuff as well. Moreover, I have a lot of medical complications right now as well, and back then they were a little bit larger. So dealing with that was also very hectic, and dealing with PCOD was just is cherry on the cake, right? So yeah, I was not confused because I didn't know what I was doing. I think I was confused because I was so overwhelmed by the amount of things I had to do. I could not even focus on one single thing. But yeah, the only thing I did know was that I cannot stop because I had no option. I wanted to do something. I was an ambitious person. So I had to keep going because there was no other option, right? Another thing I would say is when I was in my teens, I was very ambitious, but there was no pressure on me that I had to be something, that I had to be someone, I had to do something particularly unique or anything like that. I had to earn money or anything like that, right? But the moment I turned 20, I think the expectations weighed down on me, and it was not external expectations, it was my own expectations of me that I wanted to be this, I wanted to do that, and it was genuinely overwhelming because I didn't know how to, and there was no one to guide me, and I didn't have a very solid support system at that point in time for unfortunate reasons. But yeah, that was that, and it was just, I don't know. Okay, but honestly, it was not all bad. I had my fair share of fun too, and at least for the first half of my 20, was half of my 20. Yeah, whatever. I did not have a lot of responsibilities. So yeah, that was an enjoyable time as well. So my only advice to you is to do whatever the fuck you want, because why not? And when you are 20, and up till I think you're 20, 21, 22, I think you have the highest risk taking ability, because you can do what you want and there are not a lot of negative consequences to it, right? Just do what you want. It's okay. We can figure out the rest of it later. Yeah, that's easier said than done, but okay, that's all. That's all I wanted to say. Okay, bye bye. Wait. So I was just thinking of the perfect title for the video and I just thought of the perfect thing. I would say I was not exactly lost in my 20s, I was just in between. I was in a phase of my life that got over and I was just figuring it out, and that is also okay. So, yeah.